Oh, Madison, this is a very, very, very special vlog. Where are we today?
They were at Graceland.
Who used to live at Graceland, Madison? Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. Moved to Memphis at 13, and at some point after that, he bought Graceland and moved across the street, sadly, until his death in the mid-70s. But we're going to take you all in Graceland, all the museums. We'll take you in the house. We can't film in the house. We'll put some pictures and voiceover. Take you in the planes. You're going to see everything Elvis today. So if you like Elvis, you tuned into the right video. And if they enjoy Elvis content, what should they do, Madison?
Like and subscribe.
If you're watching this vlog, this should come out right around the time of his birth date, which I believe is January 8th. So if you're enjoying Elvis content, you're in the right video. Eat this up and let's take you on the full Graceland tour here on Adventures by D. You ready, Maddie?
Yep.
Hello, I'm Dave from Adventures by D. Join me and my daughter Madison as we take you through Elvis's home here in Memphis, Tennessee, the Graceland Mansion. And don't forget to stick around to the end of the video where we're going to take you through Elvis's amazing planes. So the tour starts over at the Elvis Presley Museums. Here you get your iPad, your earphones, and you see Madison here mugging for the camera. And then you get on the small shuttle bus as they take you across Elvis Presley Boulevard, up the driveway to the beautiful Elvis Presley mansion that is Graceland. Once you get over there on the tour bus, you get off the tour bus and you can take a couple pictures. You can see me and Madison got a couple by the historical marker. Your first stop inside the Graceland Mansion will be in the foyer where you can view Elvis's living room, his dining room, the stairways, and his mother's bedroom. Here in the foyer is where Elvis would meet the guests. And here you can see most of the rooms are kind of left at Elvis had them, with decors mainly in the late 60s and the early 70s. Check out the custom-made white couch in the main entertainment room as you go in. That white couch was made custom for Elvis. I think it's about 15 feet long. You can see Madison here in front of the beautiful peacock windows. There's several family photos and paintings of Elvis and his parents, Gladys and Vernon, here in the living room. We toured in late December, right after Christmas and before New Year's. So the Presleys would leave up all their Christmas decor through Elvis's birthday, which is on January 8th. So that's why you're going to see some nice Christmas trees. There's also a beautiful picture of young Priscilla and a very young Lisa Marie here in the dining room as well. Every time I come into Graceland, that's the picture I always notice. And then you can see Madison and myself photobombing in our own video through the mirrored walls. If you were around in the 70s, you know what's very popular in homes. Another thing I like to see in Graceland is a 1970s kitchen. It always reminds me of my parents' kitchen, all the gadgets from the 70s and the decor and the coloring. I always look forward to seeing that in Graceland when I go. And on the audio tour, if you do the audio tour, Lisa Marie talks about there's always something happening in the kitchen. It was a social center of the house, and Elvis was quite the night owl, and they would have a cook on call 24/7 in that kitchen. So I can only imagine the conversations and the camaraderie that was had in the kitchen when Elvis was around. Once you go down the narrow staircase, you can go into Elvis's entertainment/TV room. You can see Madison here. She liked the bright yellows and blacks in that room. Elvis had 3 TVs side by side, which today could be somewhat commonplace, but back then a TV in the 70s, 3 together, 1 TV was a luxury, and having 3 side by side was something on the tour that they said he'd heard the president at the time, which I think was Lyndon Baines Johnson, had 3 to watch the national news at once. So he would like to watch 3 at once, either the news or I've heard he was a big football fan as well. Madison liked that room. Now we're going to take you into the pool room, which is really awesome. It's the custom-made drapery from floor to ceiling in the pool room, which again, a luxury you did not see much in the 70s, and I believe that's something that was probably pretty expensive back then. As we make our way back upstairs, you're going to see the famous jungle room here at the top of the stairs towards the back of the house. And you can see Elvis kind of got on a Hawaiian kick here in the mid-70s. He decorated a lot in Hawaiian/Polynesian feel. And you can see the carved wood. You can see the animal prints. There used to be water running down the back wall, kind of where the red tin is on that beige wall. They didn't have the water running when I was in there, but Elvis really liked it. It was a family favorite. And you always hear about the Jungle Room where you talk about Graceland. And he even recorded some music in there, some of his later albums, including parts of the Moody Blue album in that room, in the Jungle Rooms. We look at Graceland from the outside. You can see the horses and all the 14-some acres here. It's really a bigger ground than just the house. And from the outside, you walk into Vernon Presley's business office. So they've left the office pretty much as Vernon had it. You can look in here, get a great view. You can see all the Elvis Presley fan art in there. I can only imagine Vernon and some of the help in there trying to answer all the fan mail every day. Next up is Elvis's trophy room. Before they built the museums across the street, this is where they used to have the jumpsuits and the gold and platinum records, but they've moved those across the street, which we'll see in a later video. In here now, it's kind of the personal story of Elvis, his family, and the Graceland Mansion. You could see like Elvis's first bicycle. That's the first thing you see in there. Some of Elvis and Priscilla's wedding attires in there and pictures. A lot of Lisa Marie's childhood toys and memories are in there. You can see Elvis's wallet, one of his remote controls. And then there's also a good picture of all the police badges Elvis collected, which he'd like to collect a law enforcement badge from any city he went to or toured. And there's some furniture in there from Graceland's past, I think, red period, as they call it. And then, like I said, a lot of pictures of a very young Lisa Marie, basically baby photos, which was kind of cool to look at. Then we're going to step inside Elvis's Racquetball Building. This is, it's been recently restored to what it looked like exactly in 1977. He had a piano in there and pinball machine, as you could see. You know, he'd go in there to his buddies, the Memphis Mafia, and probably play some racquetball, and then probably sing and play some on the piano. And they tell you in the tour, this is like the last kind of social place where Elvis spent that night when he passed away, before he went up back into the mansion and passed on the second floor. This is kind of his last social interaction with people. And then just a quick shot of Elvis's kidney-shaped pool here. I could definitely see Elvis having a great time in the Memphis summer, or doing a cannonball off that diving board. We're going to take you here on the meditation garden. I'm not going to talk a lot here. I'll just let some music play and let you take in Elvis's gravesite of him and his relatives, including, sadly, Lisa Marie's interned in there too. As of a year ago, she passed. As promised, let's look inside the Lisa Marie, Elvis's huge plane here in the parking lot. You can see Madison and I were taking a lot of pictures. It's an awesome, huge plane and easy to get some photos, and you can actually walk through it here. So it's a jet he bought in the 70s, the mid-70s, and spent a lot of money restoring it, almost $1 million. So you can get on board the Lisa Marie here. You can check out all the custom furniture, his sitting room, his conference room, his huge couch. And then you could see the big wooden table here. You could see the big, huge green chair, kind of the Elvis command chair at the top of that wooden table, where he had access to calling the pilot, to the tunes. And this is where Lisa Marie celebrated her 9th birthday, somewhere high in the air, thousands of foot in the air from this jet. Check out the gold sinks too. Very customized to Elvis' taste at the time. Felt chairs, leathered chairs, and then the gold-plated sinks. And then the smaller plane, the Hound Dog 2, it's just decorated with yellow and green interior. There's not much to see in there. You can go up and look either to the cockpit or to the left and look into the decor. But this is the smaller plane that the colonel would take with some of his helpers to kind of fly ahead of Elvis's entourage, the Memphis Mafia, and just get the next city ready for his tour stop. Thank you for coming along with Madison and I to tour Graceland. I hope you enjoyed the voiceover, and take it away, Dave. Madison, Graceland's all shut up. It's after 5 here. What did you think of your initial visit to Elvis Presley's Graceland in Memphis?
I really enjoyed it. I didn't think there would be like all this. Like I told my dad that this is like, oh, this is kind of like a theme park where you like walk around and have like themed areas.
Yeah, there's a lot more here than Tupelo. Tupelo's great too. You can check out that video on our channel, but this is where, the houses, the mansion, the jumpsuits, the cars, the records, so much here.
Yeah.
In fact, so much we spent like from 10 to 5 here, and we're going to come back and pick up some souvenirs on another day. But happy birthday to Elvis. When this comes out, it'll be near his birthday, January 8th, so miss him all the time, and what a cultural American icon he was. I don't know what more you could say about Elvis, but it's definitely a rite of passage in our family for you to come visit both Tupelo and Graceland here in Memphis. And if you can't come, watch our videos then. Madison, if they enjoy Elvis content, what should they do?
They should like this video and subscribe to our channel.
That's right, for plenty more Elvis content. And until our next adventure, Madison,
may the adventures be with you.
Bye-bye, and take care of business.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and
Ringing a bell.
so you'll be notified of our next upload. And as always, may the adventures be with you.